This video is sponsored by scdkeys.com. They've got great deals on all kinds of games as well as PC software. Specifically, they've got Windows 10 Pro OEM for just $14, so if you go on their site, type in Windows 10, you'll find it available right now. You can buy it, and you can take advantage of the promo code CM1 to save an additional 10%, so you'll be getting it a little bit cheaper. You can decide on your method of payment, check out, and bam, there you go. Now you've got Windows 10 a little bit cheaper. SCD Keys also has a fantastic deal on Office 2019 Professional. They've got it down to $64.61, and remember to use the code CM2 to save a little bit extra on top of that great deal, and you will be saving a lot. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and I want to cover a couple of things in this video, including a new free weekend that has just gone live on Steam. It's of a more underrated game, but this is one of the best cooperative experiences that you're going to find in all of PC gaming. I don't think that's a hyperbolic statement. I am just such a big fan of this game, so I want to give that game a shout and give it some attention because it definitely deserves that. Along with the free weekend, you can also enjoy a 50% off discount on it. Also, with the impending launch of the Fallout 76 beta this coming Tuesday, the minimum and recommended system requirements for that game have been posted, and they are quite high. So I want to take a look at that as well and why I'm still very skeptical heading into this Break It In early test application and the official release, which is coming on November 14th. Lastly, I also want to take a look at something very interesting Microsoft said in terms of expanding Game Pass to PC gaming, and that was coming directly from their Q1 earnings call. So more on that at the end of this video. First, I want to give a quick mention to the Steam free-to-play weekend, and that is for Helldivers, a new Hell Edition. Now, if you don't know what Helldivers is, this was a game that was launched back on the PlayStation 4. It later came over to PC, and it was done by Arrowhead Game Studios, the same guys that are behind Magicka, and this one is also a very co-op oriented experience. It's a great game, and it's a great co-op experience that has a lot of high-octane action and a lot of crazy moments. If you're familiar with Magicka and you play those games, I think Helldivers is worlds better than Magicka, and I thoroughly enjoyed Magicka, so that says a lot. It's a very easy game to run as well. Minimum requirements are a GeForce 9800 or an ATI Radeon HD 2600 XT, and even recommended a GeForce GTX 460 or an AMD Radeon HD 587. Super easy to run, but again, take advantage of this free weekend, get a couple of friends to download it too, and I'm telling you guys, you're gonna have a great time with this. It's a game that you're not gonna take all too seriously, but if we're just talking about pure fun, honestly, it does not get much better than Helldivers, in a game that has been criminally underrated over the years. I think on PC, a little bit of that comes because of the fact that it did make a mark on PlayStation 4 first, and then it kind of came to PC with no fanfare. Kind of had a stealth release. It was released all the way back in 2015, and it didn't seem to resonate a ton with gamers, but those that played it seemed to really enjoy it. So now that it is free for the weekend, give it a look, and you'll probably enjoy it enough where you'll want to take advantage of the 50% discount. Wish it was a little bit cheaper. I still think $9.99 for a game that is, what, almost 3 years old at this point? Would be great if it was $4.99, but whatever. A great co-op experience, so take advantage of that free weekend.
Liberation. Spread democracy. Bring safety, prosperity, and justice throughout the stars. Command tomorrow's most sophisticated and overwhelming firepower. Superior, reliable, and safe. Become heroes of the Federation. Work together, coordinate your fire, and trust your teammates. So ready your arms. Prepare for planetfall and bring democracy to the universe once and for all.
Moving on from that, it seems like everyone watching my videos is in the same boat as me, being very skeptical about Fallout 76. From the comments that I've read, it seems like a lot of you guys aren't even interested in picking up the game. Maybe that's just on the basis of what you've seen about the game. Maybe it's because the game won't be arriving on Steam, rather it'll be on Bethesda's own client. Whatever the case may be, it seems like the majority of you guys are very skeptical, but the Break It In early test application will be kicking off this Tuesday. The Xbox One beta has been running, and if you guys don't know, it's not going to be a typical beta. I think the word beta has just lost all of its meaning. I mean, this is happening 2 weeks prior to the release of the game. This is essentially going to be that complete experience you're looking for. The only kinks that they're going to work out are from a network standpoint and maybe some bugs here and there. Nonetheless, the minimum and recommended system requirements have been posted, and they are quite high on PC, so I want to take a look at that. that. For the minimum requirements, CPU is pretty beefy. You're looking at an Intel Core i5 6600K 3.5 GHz or an AMD Ryzen 3 1300X 3.5 GHz. I think essentially you just need a quad-core CPU. Of course, the 6600K is far ahead of the Ryzen 3, but what both of those CPUs have in common is that they're both quad-core CPUs. Minimum GPU requirement, even on this end, it's quite high-end. You're looking at an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 783GB or an AMD Radeon R9 285 2GB. Now, I do believe the 780 is quite a bit more powerful than the 285, so I don't know what's going on there, but a 780 as a minimum GPU requirement, that is quite high-end, and considering that Fallout 76 to a lot of people looks same graphically to Fallout 4, 780 being minimum is quite high. Minimum RAM requirement is 8GB of RAM. On the recommended side of things, for CPU, you're looking at an Intel Core i7 4790 at 3.6 GHz or an AMD Ryzen 5 1500X at 3.5 GHz. Recommended GPU requirement has it listed at an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 974GB or an AMD R9 290X 4GB, so not a gigantic discrepancy between the minimum and recommended requirements. I actually don't believe there's a large difference between the GTX 780 and the 970, and then you have the 285 compared to the 290X, not a large difference there either. So pretty interesting that the minimum and recommended GPU requirements are pretty close to each other, and then recommended RAM requirement is also 8GB, so in this case you literally have the same recommendation for the RAM. Lastly, they do recommend 60GB of free storage space. I believe it was already listed that the beta is going to be 45GB, and since the beta is almost the entire game, I imagine that 45GB will get you by, but of course this is going to be a game that they're going to update like crazy, and it's a game that I imagine is going to be a gigantic work in progress even after its November 14th release. Think about it this way, whenever Bethesda releases an open world game, but honestly that potential for a gigantic train wreck is definitely possible, and that's why I'm going to be monitoring the release of Fallout 76 very closely, but the beta will be kicking off this Tuesday, so that's something I'll check out too. Lastly, I want to take a look at something very interesting that Microsoft said at their latest earnings call, and that is the fact that they have seen a large growth in Xbox software and services revenue, garnering a growth of 36%, and a lot of that is coming from the success of Xbox's Game Pass program. Now, as much as people seem to hate Microsoft, Xbox, the Windows Store, I can get on about that forever. One thing that Microsoft has done that has absolutely knocked it out of the park is Xbox Game Pass. This has become a tremendous service for console gamers, and not only do you have a gigantic library of games, now you're getting every Microsoft first-party games, and in come the jokes where, yes, Microsoft has no first-party games, but you did get Forza Horizon 4, and that is a game that I know so many people would drop a full $59.99 on, but it is just a part of the Game Pass program. If you sign up and pay your $10 a month, you get access to Forza Horizon 4, and then you get access to all of the other games in Game Pass. That includes games like Halo Master Chief Collection, Halo 5. They're adding a lot of 360 titles now too. Game Pass is just a very good service, and now it looks like that they're looking to expand that to PC. Now, I really don't know how Game Pass would translate to PC, only because we're already getting incredible value deals on PC. I mean, if you're subscribed to Humble Monthly, I mean, you're getting great games to keep every month for $12 a month. If you take advantage of various Humble bundles, games being given out for free, like yesterday with Metro 2033, you just take advantage of things like that, and you're already building a large library of games. And I see it in the comment sections of my videos all the time, where a lot of you guys are not complaining about getting games. It's more of how you play all of the games that you have, because you do have access to so many games just by taking advantage of all of the free game offerings, all of the bundles, all of the great deals that are available all the time. That yes, Game Pass is a great value, and even if it does have over 100 games, you probably have over 100 games as a part of your Steam library that you haven't even touched. So just offering the same games that are a part of Game Pass on PC, I don't know if that would really resonate big. However, if you do bring over a Halo Master Chief Collection, you bring over a Halo 5, you continue to release games like Forza Horizon 4, you release these premium and new games, maybe then I could see people being like, okay, I'll subscribe to Game Pass, I'll even go through the Windows Store to experience games like Forza Horizon 4, Halo 5, Halo Infinite, Halo Master Chief Collection. I'm interested to see how that plays out. I think the subscription model is a great way to do gaming. I don't know if all games are gonna go that route, just because games like Red Dead Redemption 2, you're gonna want to charge a full $59.99 for it from Rockstar's perspective. And that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Again, make sure you give a look at Helldivers, a new Hell Edition. You can play it for free over the weekend. And if you're looking to play this game, make sure you get a couple of buddies to download it as well, because this is a great cooperative experience. Fallout 76 Break-It-In early test application is kicking off this Tuesday, and we got the minimum and recommended system requirements. They're looking pretty beefy from a minimum side of things. I think recommended is about what we expected, but those minimum requirements are quite high. And Microsoft is looking to bring Game Pass over to PC and expand it even more. What do you guys want to see out out of Game Pass if it has more of a PC fixture attached to it. Do you want to see applications? Do you want to see other games? I just don't know what Microsoft could really do to make it a more appealing service to PC gamers, because adding a backlog of existing games that a lot of us already probably own, I just don't know if a lot of us are going to be willing to drop $10 a month for that. I think a lot of us are just going to be dropping $10 a month with the inclusion of games like Forza Horizon 4, Halo Infinite, Gears 5. Those games are very enticing. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.